Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome. We are doing one of our reaction videos. Today, we have discovered another channel. I want you guys to go check them out. It's called Bloomsday. They've done a video called The Villain Archetype Modern Games Can't Handle. As you guys know, with us being mostly part of the Limbus community, we get to see a bunch of different villain archetypes, but they seem to go with kind of manipulators a lot more. So I want to see what this guy has to say, see if we can agree, see if we can disagree. I haven't subscribed, I haven't watched this video yet. This is going to be my first reaction to it. So hopefully it'll be a good video. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started.
Modern games have kind of forgotten how to write one of the best villain archetypes ever, and unfortunately is the exact kind of villain people remember for like 20 years, because this is usually the character who used to be noble, or at the very least, not spiritually living in a dumpster. So before I start throwing names...
So the noble downfall character. You know what? Yeah, even in Limbus, I'm having trouble thinking of a good noble downfall character, honestly. Most of the characters are morally bankrupt. So anyway, let's continue on.
Like Arthas, Artorias, Darth Vader, and Paul Atreides at you like I'm assembling them.
Damn, that's a lineup, guys. Fucking Arthas. You could put Illidan there too. Freaking, man. Artorias, Vader. And this is a deep one for people who don't read. Ruga was just doing a video on it. It is literally the main character of Dune. So
most psychologically damaged Avengers team of all time. Let's start with the obvious one.
Psychologically damaged Avengers team. There we go.
What the hell even is a fallen angel villain? Think of it like this. Take your golden boy hero, add grief, pride, a messiah complex, and one catastrophically bad decision, and congratulations, you now have a boss fight with lore videos made about him. This is the character.
See how many Vati videos were in that scroll, guys? Like, look at that. Vati right there, right there. That one's a... Oh, jeez, so many Vati videos.
With lore videos made about him. This is the character you were supposed to believe.
Dude, Arthas was such a good, such a powerful paladin when he wasn't corrupted.
Even. This is the guy who should have been the savior, the king, the chosen one.
I mean, he ended up being a king anyway, guys. Right? Right?
One person who had the sheer raw aura to actually drag the world out of the mud, and then something goes wrong. Or more accurately, a lot of things go wrong, and the really scary part is that most of them make sense while they're happening. And by the time everyone else catches on, the angel is already gone, and now there's just a king with a cursed sword, or a knight getting dragged around by darkness, or a space wizard with a laser sword who has converted all of his emotional issues into state of violence. And that is why they work. You know who...
Yeah, and I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but like all three of those characters, all three of them have had the aura and still continue to this far in.
They were, and now you mourn what they have become. That's the wound they leave on you, and modern writing kind of hates that wound because once the villain starts making too much sense... Now
see, the problem is villains these days all have to have some kind of redeeming quality. Like Arthas threw away all of his redeeming qualities to become the Lich King. Like he threw everything away because he was trying to avenge his people, and he let that get to him in such a way that it just corrupted the core of his being.
Now the story gets uncomfortable, and the hero can't just be morally correct by default. The audience might start agreeing with the villain about the problem. Once that happens, the writer has to actually do something terrifying, which is think. So let's start with Artorias, because Dark Souls...
Ooh, Dark Souls, my boy!
Is unbelievably mean about this. Many of you might not be aware, but Artorias is one of the cleanest examples of this sort thing, and he never talks, which honestly makes it worse. Artorias is the mythic knight, the Abyss Walker, one of Gwyn's 4 knights, basically the medieval...
Damn, this guy gets a lot of good art for his video. I mean, I don't know how he does it. I don't know if he just jumps on DeviantArt or what, picks up stuff like that, but this is some really good art. I need to get some artists on my roll.
Super weapon, Gwyn points at anything dark and scary because he, much like every deeply normal father figure in this franchise, is absolutely terrified of
deeply normal father figure. Yeah, those don't exist in Dark Souls.
What humanity might eventually become. More or less the knight you send in when the basement starts whispering back, so Artorias grows into this symbol. The great warrior against the abyss, the one guy built for this exact job. And then you finally meet him, and he's cooked, just absolutely finished, one arm ruined, body collapsing, and his mind is gone. The game doesn't...
I mean, you find out that his whole legend is a lie, too, which is so brutal.
Go like, oh, the legend was fake this whole time. No, he really did go into 𝐜𝐨𝐬𝐿 to stop the spread of darkness.
I mean, he did, but you find out that it was you who actually did it all.
And then he failed. Badly. The hero designed to resist corruption gets consumed by the exact thing he was supposed to master. And the part that makes Artorias amazing is that even in his failure, he is still noble. That's the poison. His final meaningful act is protecting 𝐓, this big wolf with a giant sword in his mouth. He gives up what he has left to save his companion, and then the abyss takes him anyway. So when you fight Artorias, you are not really fighting a villain in the usual sense. Dark Souls rarely does that. You are killing the ruined remains of an ideal and watching a legend rot in front of you. And then Dark Souls twists the knife again because the world keeps the myth. Artorias is remembered as the knight who conquered the abyss and saved.
Yep. Even with the few characters that know it was truly you, like 𝐓 and the Mushroom Princess, they tend to keep the myth that it was Artorias so that the legend doesn't die.
𝐓𝐡𝐢𝐬, which is a lie. You did that, the player did that, I did that, but the world preserves the legend because it's cleaner. Much easier to believe the great knight triumphed than to admit your greatest hero got swallowed whole and some weird undead drifter had to clean up the mess. So Artorias becomes
the undead drifter, that's awesome.
Even more tragic because the truth of his fall is almost too painful for the world to tolerate. The story has to lie about him to keep him beautiful. This is such a good version of this archetype because it understands something modern writing often doesn't. The fall does not erase the grace, but more often than not, it makes the loss unbearable. Now Arthas, my favorite character of all time.
Man, I played Warcraft III, I played Warcraft II, like I know these stories very well of Arthas. When he gets to Dune, I don't know if I'm going to be able to say much, but when it comes to Arthas, man, there was such high hope for this character when he was a paladin, when he was still hanging out with Silverhand and all that good stuff, and damn.
This is for the guys who have not watched my videos yet. Arthas is probably the best gaming example of the fallen angel because Warcraft, back when it still occasionally remembered that characters are more interesting than cosmology charts, understood one crucial thing. You have to let the audience live inside the logic of the fall. Alright, listen close. A magical zombie weed is spreading that makes people zombies. The city's infected and the people are not undead yet, but they will be soon. And Arthas looks at the city and decides it has to be purged before the scourge can claim it. This is written like panic, duty, pride, fear, all in one, desperation, all crashing into each other at the worst possible second. His two friends, 𝐓𝐡𝐢𝐬 and 𝐽𝐻, I don't have time to explain them, watch my other videos.
Yeah, 𝐓𝐡𝐢𝐬 and freaking 𝐽𝐻 Proudmoore. Man, she is a powerhouse in her own. She has a couple of weird situations that happen, and oh man, tragedy with 𝐓𝐡𝐢𝐬.
So they propose another way, but Arthas looks at both of them and basically goes, great, fantastic, do either of you have one? Arthas is horrifying because you can follow the reasoning. And then Warcraft does something even meaner. It makes you do it. You don't watch the killing happen from a safe distance. Oh, no.
Yeah, you literally have to fight down the demon, stop it, destroy the buildings, and take out the peasants.
No. You click the citizens. If you remember, if you've played Warcraft 3, you know what I mean. That is incredible writing, because from that point on, Arthas is basically building an entire worldview around the need for Stratholme to have been worth it.
Man, and then there's that shitty Reforged. I mean, the graphics look good, but come on.
Once you justify that moment, every future compromise gets easier. Burning the ships, taking Frostmourne, all in the name of finishing what you started. He becomes the Lich King because Stratholme teaches him that if you're willing to do the unforgivable for the greater good, then eventually the only thing left is the unforgivable. And that is why Arthas hurts more than a lot of modern villains. You watch a protector convert his love for his people into permission to destroy them. Now,
I mean, if you think about it, though, yes, he converts his love for his people, but not really into permission to destroy them. In the Lich King's eyes, in Arthas's eyes, he is still protecting his people. He's just making them his people forever. Like, it's a weird way of thinking about it. It's more of, instead of destroying them, his ideal was corrupted in a way that made it seem as if he was still protecting his people. And he became a tyrant king, but I mean,
Darth Vader, because obviously Anakin, and Vader's works because his fall is love, fear, humiliation, and this insane need to control a universe that keeps taking things from him. Anakin is raised inside prophecy, shoved into war, emotionally stunned, and Palpatine sees that immediately, because of course he does, and suddenly the Chosen One is marching around the galaxy as a
guys, let me know if you think that Qui-Gon Jinn would have been a better teacher than Obi-Wan to Anakin Skywalker. Like, honestly, I do think that if Qui-Gon had taken over, had taught Anakin, he might have been able to help him with his emotional stunning. Also, guys, seriously, this video is pretty dang good. If you haven't heard of this guy, go over to his channel, give him a like, give him a subscribe if you think his stuff is good. I haven't seen much of it. This is the first time I'm coming across him. I just wanted to see what his opinion of villain archetypes were. So, like I said, come over here, give him a like. Heck, I might even subscribe to him when the video is done just to show him some love. He's a smaller channel than me. You know, show him as much love as you can.
fascist life support system for unresolved feelings. He's haunting because under all that machinery, there is still the outline of Anakin in there somewhere. A ruined promise, trying to fix the system and the universe by himself, but ultimately becoming a villain in the process. And then Paul Atreides because June is coming out.
That was a very short section, but yeah, it makes sense. And Anakin actually does come back to the light side for just a second, you know. And I don't think him throwing the Emperor down a space shaft makes up for the fact that he killed so many younglings twice, but still. And, you know, I'm going to leave the Paul Atreides section for you guys to go in and watch when you have a chance. I don't know much about Paul Atreides. I'm going to watch this off. I don't want to take this guy's entire video and show it here. I'm going to let you guys actually have a chance to go and at least watch an entire section on your own. I would rewatch the entire video just because I don't want him to lose any views. Yeah, go check out Bloomsday, guys. He seems like he's a smart guy. Seems like he knows what he's talking about. That's going to be the video, though, guys. So with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next reaction or main video. If I don't make another reaction this week, we'll see you on Thursday in the live stream. With all that being said, guys, remember, like always, be good to each other. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.